Hello, hello. It is Tanisha Irby here, aka the Billing-Naire. And I just wanted to come on here and I wanted to share my story with you. I know a lot of the times when I come on here, I'm giving information or, talking about services and how to get clients and talking a lot about my course material. But today I wanted to do something a little bit different and kind of share my background story with you, for those that don't know me, for those that do know me, for those that may even know my story. I know some people, some of my clients have worked with me, have worked for me, and probably know my story, but I wanted to share it with you, my journey and where I came from and what I went through to get to basically to building a six-figure business. I wanted to kind of share with you. So I'll just start out by saying that back in, I want to say 2007, 2008 is when I had initially started my business. So it's been many years. I would say that when I first started out, I was a single mom. I was raising 7 children. I was raising my 5 and 2 of my nieces at the time. I take that back. I was raising my 4 because my daughter wasn't born yet. She was born in 2008, but I initially started my business in 2007 while I was working part-time. And so I was raising 6 kids at the time. And I was a single mom. I was raising, again, at the time, my 4 and my 2 nieces, which was 6. And I was working part-time at this time. I want to say I had been at this job for about 4 years. And at the time, I was only making $14 an hour, you all. And so it wasn't much. It wasn't much to take care of a family. It wasn't much to do anything with a family of 7, including myself. And I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy with my career. I knew that I was destined for more. I knew that God had a bigger purpose for my life. But like a lot of people, we are trained to be employees. And so that was the same with me. At that time, I was living paycheck to paycheck. I was using a lot of payday loans. Let me see, I didn't have savings. At the time, I think we were living in a 3-bedroom house. And I was on a program, a public housing program, but I felt stuck. I felt like I wasn't in a good place in my life, and I knew that I deserved more. And I wanted more. I wanted more for my family. I wanted to spend more time with them. I wanted to do more for myself, but I couldn't because I was stuck in this dead-end job. And I knew that if I had continued to stay there, my situation was not going to change. And again, remember, I was at this job for 4 years, and out of 4 years, I think they gave me a quarter raise each year, which means I started off there making $13 an hour, and I got a quarter raise every year I was there. So on my 4th year being at this job, I was making $14 an hour. I know it was not a lot of money, and at this time, I want to say I was in my late 20s. And so I decided that I wanted to start a business. And since I had already had a lot of experience in the medical field, because I had worked for organizations like Health Partners, at that time I had worked for like Fairview, and I was getting paid better money working at these corporate jobs, because I remember working at Health Partners, I was making good $16 or $17 an hour. But at this time, I just picked up a part-time job just to get me going, to get my foot back in the door, because having children, you go through life and you lose jobs, because that's what happened to me when I had a better paying corporate job. And so this time I just wanted something part-time, just so I could spend some time with my family and also try to work on my business at the time, part-time. And so that's what I did. I took a part-time job, didn't have really any benefits, but it paid $14 an hour. And I decided to work on my business on the side. And so that's what I did. I started working on my business. I started marketing. I started doing everything that I could while at work, so this is what I teach in my training guide, that you can transition from being an employee to building your own business. So it's not like you have to quit your job to go into entrepreneurship full force. You can transition from it. So that means that if you're working part-time, or if you have any time to put into your business, I don't care if you have to wake up early, if you have to go to bed late. If you really want to be an entrepreneur and change your life, you will make a way to work on your business. You will make it a priority, because that's what I did. While I was at work, just working as a receptionist, I used that time to focus on my business. And I made that a priority because I knew I didn't like the situation that I was in. So anyhow, what I did, so being at this job for 4 years, one day out the blue, y'all, I just got fired. And to this day, y'all, I don't even know why I got fired. I'm here 4 years in, thinking it was I was doing good at my job, and they just called me in the office and said I was fired. Now, mind you, I had always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I had always dreamed of being an entrepreneur. I read a book when I was 22 years old called Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, and that really inspired me to say, you know what, anybody can do this. I always thought that rich people came from rich families. I didn't know that you could start a business with no money and still be successful. I didn't grow up in that type of household. I came from the working class family. And so my parents always taught me that in order to be successful, you had to work hard. You had to get a good job. And so I didn't know that successful people, a lot of them come from nothing, but they just build businesses and become wealthy and rich. I didn't know that. I read this book when I was 22, but didn't decide to actually do something with my own business until later on. And so I'm sharing this information with you guys because I just want to I want to inspire you, and I want you to know that you can do it too. But anyhow, so I got fired from the job. I was devastated, even though at this time this was God's plan. And sometimes when we look at life, it's those bittersweet moments that we don't know that God is opening up another door for us. I didn't know this. I was devastated. I'm like, I got kids that I got to take care of, and they're firing me. I don't know why they're firing me. Like, I was literally crying, y'all, because I was just at a loss. Anyhow, after being fired from that job, to make a long story short, like about a week later, I promise you guys, this is why you have to allow God to lead you. This is why you have to have faith, and I'm not on here to speak religion, excuse me. It's just that this is my story, and I'm sharing it with you because whatever your higher power is, or whatever you believe in, you have to always tap into your faith to know that you can do it too. So anyhow, I got fired. A week later, I get a call. Y'all, listen to this. I get a call, and it's a doctor. She leaves me a message. I call back, and she says, hey, I got your postcard, and I need services. I need your services. Now, at this time, I had already purchased my software. I had already set up my business because, remember, I was working on my business on the side as I was working my part-time job because it was a priority. And so I'm like, yeah, wow, okay, I'll come and see you. So I booked the appointment with this doctor. I go in, she signs with me, but then she tells me that she has 5 other colleagues, that were also looking for a billing person. That was also looking for a billing person because the same person who did all of their billing was retiring. And so all of them needed somebody to do their billing. So would you believe that I signed from that one appointment? And of course, I got to meet all the other doctors. But from that one appointment, from me marketing my business prior to being fired, I ended up getting 6 doctors, y'all, 6 doctors within a week's time. And I was just like, wow, man, this is crazy. Like, I was in there. So I'm sharing this information with you guys to let you know, do not be afraid. Because sometimes when we are holding on and we're clinging on to this job or this career that we really don't like, we don't know what God has in store for us. We don't know what our purpose is. We don't know how amazing and how good things are going to be in the future if we just allow ourselves to believe in ourselves and to step out on faith and do it. For so long, I had put up with this crappy job that wasn't paying me anything, not much, no benefits, no nothing. I'm struggling living paycheck to paycheck. Finances is all messed up. And I just stayed in that situation. And I know that there's a lot of people out there that who's doing the same thing, who's not happy with their jobs, who's not happy with their situation, who wants to change their lives, but for some reason they're afraid. And I'm here to tell you, you don't have to be afraid. You can do this. You got this. And so I wanted to share that with you to let you know you are going to do a good job. I will see you in the next video where I will continue to share my journey with you so you can know that you too can be successful and can have a successful business. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.